last season.
And the main question is, did he deserve such a welcoming booze or not?
I think not. I think he didn't deserve to be booed. However, this is a lesson for him that you need to be careful with what you're saying and what you're tweeting, because you're a professional basketball player. Making such commitments that you're not going to play against this particular team in their home court, it's not smart, because eventually you're signing with a EuroLeague team and you're a professional basketball player and you have to play games. You are healthy. If you don't play, I mean, your current employers will not understand. I mean, it's an important game for us. We need wins. We're fighting in the EuroLeague standings, and you're just going to take yourself out of this game because of some emotional stuff. It's not professional, really. So it's just a lesson that you should be really careful with what you're saying. In the past, we had some examples of players saying that I'm never going to play for this team. In Lithuania, we had these examples, and then you ended up playing for them. It's professional sports, and you can talk things like that, I don't know, on amateur level, but not in professional sports. But however, I don't think he deserved to be booed, because, I mean, he joined Unix Kazan. It's very neutral towards Panathinaikos. It's not like he joined some of their rivals.
When he signed with Unix, for me it looked like he signed there only for, let's say, a year to look how the situation in Panathinaikos will change in 1 year, and then maybe to consider coming back.
At least he chose a green and white team. So
he should have chose Žalgiris then, because we need some talent at the court.
Oh, for sure. But, I don't see that he's a sinner. Like, he did something bad for Panathinaikos and their fans. And I think maybe he regrets tweeting that stuff. But definitely, you can see that he sincerely cares about Pau. I am 100% sure he would never play for Oli, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And he joined Unix. Maybe he was thinking at that point that if it's not Panathinaikos, I will go back to NBA. I don't know. If you're in the NBA, you're safe. You're not coming to Oaxaca for sure. Well, it is what it is. To me personally, I think he didn't deserve to be booed. However, at the same time, I understand the fans. They're very emotional. They are always, attached to their players, and they hear what they're saying.
And they take all these statements very seriously.
Yeah,
they're like,
seriously.
childs who remember everything you said.
Yeah, and remember how they met Mario Hezonja in the airport.
That's the thing.
They were showing a lot of love, and he was showing love towards them as well. So it was a very good relationship, which ended badly. But it's not a relationship that should be killed.
No.
It can be recreated, and maybe in the future Mario will play again for Pau. Who knows?
Yeah. Although I think that he deserved to be booed, actually.
Okay.
Just because he was met like a god 9 months ago, actually. Few thousand people gathered in the airport to meet him and to greet him like a king during pandemic. It was a very serious time back in the day. He was treated as a god. Probably the last Panathinaikos player who was met in this way was Šarūnas Jasikevičius 13 years ago when he signed with Panathinaikos. I don't remember any other occasion when a few thousand fans came to the airport to greet their new player. Then he made all these statements that I want to play for Panathinaikos for life, that I love this team, and he said that he kind of controls all these fans. He gave an interview in Istanbul on my podcast, and he told a lot of stuff, how he got connected with Panathinaikos fans and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised at all why he kind of broke the hearts of Panathinaikos fans, because the whole situation was really weird. For whatever reason, he decided not to sign an extension with Panathinaikos. I mean, I completely understand fans being really disappointed, because you don't change. Let's say you get all that appreciation, you tell all these things about Panathinaikos and your love for the club, and in the first summer, when the market opens for you, when you become a free agent, you choose to go to Unix. I mean, okay, it's neutral team, but you kind of change your love, your dream team for Unix. But at the same time, why this situation is weird for me, that Hezonja also mentioned it, that from the beginning he didn't feel any love from new coach Priftis. And that was probably a deal breaker where he understood that he might leave Panathinaikos. And I heard a lot of stories what happened behind this broken deal between Panathinaikos and Hezonja, because it seems like Hezonja made the decision to leave Panathinaikos, and you can think that, oh, maybe the financial possibilities of Panathinaikos didn't meet Hezonja's requirements and stuff like that, because he's an expensive player. His talent, is worth probably more than €1 million, and in this stage of Panathinaikos era, maybe he's too expensive for the team. But at the same time, there are a lot of stories that Panathinaikos kind of made him, let's say, made him look like he left by himself, although maybe he was not appreciated, and maybe some Panathinaikos people didn't want him to stay, actually. That's what he mentioned about Coach Priftis. So if I wasn't in that room, but for example, if it's true, I just don't get it. Because, okay, I understand if Barcelona and Šarūnas Jasikevičius, they don't want to sign Hezonja because they have a very specific discipline system, and Hezonja can just not fit that system. But when I watched this Panathinaikos team playing, I just don't get it.
Hezonja would be an improvement for sure in any position, shooting guard, small forward, whatever. He himself he just put himself in this tricky situation because of his own statements. Now he has to choose whether he's going to be generous and loyal to the Oaxaca crowd and not play in this game and satisfy them, or and he would disappoint his current employers at the same time, or he stays professional, plays the game, does what he has to do because he has a contract with Unix, and he disappoints this big crowd and gets booed, and probably he knew that he was gonna get booed.